President Trump smashed Kamala, I'm going to be honest, not necessarily because of the rhetoric. He got a stronger personal brand.
Yeah.
He went on 13 podcasts during the campaign. She went on 6. She grossed, at the time of when I did the numbers, a little over 6 million total views. Out of his 13 podcasts, he had 3 alone that did over 6 million.
Wow.
Just off the 3.
Yeah.
Plus the other 7.
Yeah.
If you're in real estate, if you're in solar, if you're in insurance, if you sell lemonade, if you got a pop socket, if you sell water, you're going to sell more of it. You'll build more trust, and more people know who you are. The other person can have way better water.
Yeah.
You can have high sodium in this water. You can have some soy in the water. This water's going to sell more, even if it's bad for you, because people know more about this water.
Facts.
So it doesn't matter what you have going on. More people need to know who you are, what you do, how they can help you, and then how that product or service can provide value to the marketplace.
That's what's up. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, D Hustle?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, player?
Chilling.
Guess what? We still at hanging out.
Yeah, man. I still haven't put my baby suit on.
Still,
yet,
bro?
Shit.
Still? We'll probably get some chance later, right?
Yeah.
We're here at the Black Wealth Summit at Florida Memorial University, and I'm going to put a plug. The only HBCU in South Florida. We're holding it down, but we got a really great conversation set up for Backstage with BobbyD. If y'all didn't know, I'm taking all the guest speakers that are coming up on stage and bringing them backstage so that they can give y'all some more insights. And if you missed this conference, which I don't know why you're not here, but I'm hoping that you get some insights into this information that we're going to be dropping today. Let's give it a big round of applause and bring Brandon Boyd to the stage. What's up, my guy?
Brandon.
What's up, bro?
Thank you, my guy. Yeah,
Good.
appreciate you
doing?
pulling
Good?
up.
You good?
Yeah,
No, I didn't
man.
have to go too far.
You holding it down here in South Florida, huh?
Yeah, it's great, bro.
Yeah. Hope
Yeah.
you're enjoying the weather. Like D said, trying to get to the beach.
Definitely.
But
Where do you live at?
I'm in Palm Beach.
yeah, we up north here,
Yeah,
not too far.
I mean, you right by the water, bro.
Yeah. We see it. Well, actually, we take it for granted.
But it's not Miami Beach.
It's not. You right. Palm Beach can't be too bad, though.
Yeah,
Nah, it's fine.
it's
fine.
chill. It's chill.
Still
But-
not South Beach.
But we definitely want to open up our conversation with continuing what you were talking about on stage. You just blew the stage up.
Did I really?
You did an amazing job.
Did I?
So much so that people are going to be going home saying that they love
Podcasting,
podcasts.
yeah.
And what else? What else are they going to say?
High income, high energy.
High income, high energy, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of the like behind the scenes impact that those type of mantras have as a viewer, somebody on the sideline.
Yeah.
It made me feel some type of way. You know what I'm
Awesome.
saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm grateful that you were able to make that type of impact, especially at a conference like this here at Black Wealth Summit. But give us a quick introduction of yourself. Let us know what moves you're making. I know you missed the podcast and doing a few things, but tell us how things are moving for you.
Things is good, bro. Things is good. Right now, I would say there's 3 things I focus on. One would be helping business owners and entrepreneurs with a proven offer that sell stuff, get more exposure for their products and services so they can grow their personal brands and obviously grow their income. Second thing I do is I help podcasters monetize their podcast without brand deal sponsorships or having a large audience.
Yeah.
Make them believe that they can actually do it.
Yeah.
And then the third thing I do is speaking and teaching and training.
Yeah.
I really love that. So whether it's through content, short form, long form, hit the stage, online, offline.
Yeah.
Those are things I like to do.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that. And the thing that I really enjoy hearing that it's not all about chasing, building brands and stuff like that, but giving back to our community.
Yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, you can learn something today, you can share it tomorrow.
Facts.
Right.
Give them that gems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like it's my obligation and my responsibility every time I learn something. I put the hours in, I read a book, watch a video, whatever, to then bring that back out to the marketplace and give it away.
Yeah.
Now, if people pay, they're just paying for intimacy. They might be paying for accountability, might be paying for support.
Yeah.
But the information is there. Whether you get it from me or get it from someone else, it's there. So someone just buying their access to allow you to help them or hold them accountable so they can do that.
Roger that. And this is the thing that I really enjoy about that statement is that you are right, that the knowledge is there, but what they're paying for is that feeling of I'm a part of something. And also I can relate and connect. And I can already see how you flow. Like your way of articulating things resonates with our community, which really just makes those concepts really resonate. And then they're actually able to grasp it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you teaching what you learn helps you learn better. You know what I'm saying? So there's different methodologies to you obtaining that information. Because you can read something and don't really digest it. You might have to read it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Once you speak about it, you teach about it, then it becomes a part of you. And the more it becomes a part of you, then you have it.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Now, tell us how you got into podcasting and how that come about.
I got into podcasting because I didn't know no millionaires. I didn't know no business owners. I didn't know anyone that was moving and shaking. And I never was a fan of like, yo, can I take you to lunch? I felt like you're getting way more value than a person is getting. If I'm busy and I'm, you know, I'm going crazy, I'm making a lot of money, or I'm just doing a lot of stuff, making a lot of impact, and you're not, but you want some of my time, you buy me a sandwich, the value is not equal. So I was never a fan of that. So I always thought that, how could I create some value that would be equal to or more than for the individual that I want to learn from or connect with?
Yeah.
And I was in real estate, and a friend of mine was like, yo, you start vlogging. I was vlogging, but at the time it didn't make sense for me. I did some vlogs, but I was just like, this is cool, but this ain't really
hitting it
for me at the time.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, I'm in real estate. I need to talk to this broker. I need to talk to these mortgage lenders. What if I just ask them to come on my podcast? Then they just started saying, yeah. Literally everybody was saying yes. I was like, damn, this is a cheat code right here.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying yes. No one's saying no. So like 10 out of 10, damn near 99 out of 100. Every time I asked someone to come on their podcast, they would always say yes.
That's what's up.
So then I started targeting people that were higher net worth, founders, engineers, entrepreneurs, same result. So then I figured there was something there. I still wasn't making no money, but I was leveraging it to build my network and then building, you know, my knowledge bank.
Yeah.
And strengthening my relationships. So that's kind of like how it started. This was back in Boston.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that. And I did see some content that you have online. And let me tell you, audience, if y'all need some real content, go check my guy out. He got some content out there. But one thing that you were highlighting is the value around being guest on podcasts or using that as a way to, you know, connect and make those progresses and moving forward in development. Yeah,
100%. So there's two methodologies, right? One would be you just being a professional guest. The more people know you, the more they can flow you. If I don't know who you are, it don't matter what you got going on. Matter of fact, you can have nothing going on, but I know you. I'm going to find out how I can patronize, how I can support you. So I believe if you have a product or service, you need to stay out there.
Yeah.
Even if you do one podcast, YouTube show, virtual show, a week, someone else's platform. That's 52 different platforms that can discover you. What if one of two of them went crazy?
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you package those up with your offers or how they can learn more from you or how they can join your email list or join your text message list, now you're starting to consistently build out leads. Now you can start doing what most people never do, and that's repurposing your content. Take those same 52 interviews, long form, start building out your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Start chopping up all of those 52 interviews into 10 to 20 clips. Repurpose those across social media. Now you have hella content.
Yeah.
Now more people know that, oh, this guy can help me buy a house. Oh, this girl over here, she can help me structure my credit. And all you did was repurpose the content that you're creating in real time.
Yeah.
Now the second thing, this is one of my favorites.
Y'all better listen in. Listen in.
That y'all can do. This is a high level strategy. What you can do is, and I actually recommend this on a virtual because I feel like it saves you time. You can build a virtual show, 30 minutes max. It's up to you. I feel like 30 minutes is enough time. Build a virtual show around your offer. Give an example. We talked about real estate.
Yeah.
Let's say you built like a home buyer show, or maybe we call it the buyer's block. Welcome to the buyer's block. My name is Brendan Boyd. We bring on potential home buyers or people that are interested in purchasing their first or second home. We answer all their questions and give them the state of the marketplace. That's the show. You're actually a realtor.
Yeah.
You help people
Facts.
purchase homes.
Yeah.
So now with that particular show, you're targeting people as guests that are interested in buying a home or that are interested in getting in buying home position.
Yeah.
This is not a show you're like, I'm bringing on these guests. You're bringing on guests that are more likely to become a client. So now after the 30 minutes is over, you built know, like, trust. So you feel like you know this person. That person feels like you know them. You actually answered every single question that they had about the process. And then you probably baked in 1, 2, 3, 4 questions to see if they would be a good fit for what you offer them if they can come on as a client.
Yeah.
Podcast over, you chop it up, transition that into a client or book a call so then you can transition to a client.
Yeah.
Now you have a client acquisition show.
Ooh.
Now
give
guess
me a gem for that.
Now guess what?
Ooh.
You can still repurpose the content out there.
Exactly.
Because it's a real show.
Yeah.
YouTube, all the audio platforms. Now the content that you put out there can now attract you more clients because I can now see, oh, Jane, she had questions about home buying.
Yeah.
That's me. Oh, I want to either come on the show or no, I'm ready to buy a house because he answered all my questions. I didn't watch 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Let me work with you.
That's what's up.
Right? So you can build a client acquisition show. And if you do it virtual, you don't have to leave your house. You can do it wherever you want.
Yeah. Man, that's amazing, bro. You just opened up a door for me. Because I think that what you're doing in that client acquisition,
I know that went over a lot of people's heads. I ain't gonna lie. I already know.
I'm already tuned in. But the thing that closed that loop for me is, number one, you're engaging with somebody directly to evaluate if they're a potential client.
Yep.
You're creating content with
100%.
that engagement.
Yep.
You're repurposing that content,
100%.
and then you're using that content to find new clients that are having the same questions that person that came on your show.
And you're edifying yourself in real time, and then they're edifying you, and then you can pack that into if you got digital products, if you're looking for people to give you listings,
Yeah.
right? If you're just looking to grow an email list, a text message list, if you have affiliates, you can put all of those products into every single episode.
Shoot, I'm already thinking about the commercial that pops up. Hey, we got this property here listed for this, that, and this. If you're interested, there you go, advertising for
100%.
Right?
Yep.
Good Lord. Like, how did your mind think about these stuff? Because I tell you, I spend time wandering and dreaming, but I haven't gotten close to that yet, and I'm just trying to figure out how you develop that.
I'm a genius, bro.
Give him a round of applause. Round of applause with that.
Honestly, I've always been interested in marketing.
Yeah.
Even before I knew what it was, I've always had this inkling for marketing. I fell in love with strategy. And I think once you start consuming more content on YouTube, audiobooks, reading in general, especially on subject matters that you want to come together, and I think, or learn, I think the biggest piece is actually investing in yourself through coaching and mentorship. It's easier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's never expense. It's where I'm allocating my time to learn something.
Yeah.
People waste a lot of money at college and don't learn nothing. But then when it comes to investing in themselves, they're like, why would I want to get a coach? It's like, bro, you just spent $100,000 and learn nothing. Matter of fact, what you're learning, you can't even start till you're a junior. So what are we doing here?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So having that information and then studying things and learning different things, you can start seeing how they can be layered or transferable. And then you just look at what other people are doing.
Yeah.
And for me, how I actually applied this to podcasting is because once I quit real estate, and that's another story, but once I quit real estate and I started investing in myself, this coach was teaching how to create digital products from information. Then I happened to have some friends that knew I was podcasting. So shout out to the good friends in your life. They were like, we don't know like what to tell you specifically, but just pay more attention to what you're doing with the podcast because I feel like there's something there. And at that time, I didn't really know. I was like, I ain't trying to teach people this. I'm like, I don't want to teach people to do a podcast. But then like 2 weeks later, because like once you get access to information, your subconscious will take it. It'll shake and bake it. It'll cook it up. You know what I'm saying? It'll marinate. And then you just wake up like, oh, eureka.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Like 2 weeks after, like 3 of my friends, not together, separately, individually, told me to pay more attention to the podcast. I realized what I learned from that coach, I could take that information and teach podcasters how to monetize with those same strategies because it's a market and they don't know how to make money.
Facts.
So I was like, if they know this information, they already got the platform. By accident, somebody could probably purchase something. So they got, because they already got listeners, they already have an audience.
Yeah.
So it just made sense to me. It made too much sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I teach them that, and then I also teach them how to create a media business. Because you create a media business, then you can get access to funding. You get access to funding, you could fund your show or start investing in cash flow and assets.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that in terms of moving from, hey, you have an initial show, but now you're moving into creating a media company. Are you talking about hosting more than one show, more than one type of podcast? Like how far are you stretching that media conglomerate that you're, making us imagine?
Well, first of all, most podcasters, if you're watching this or listen to this, you got a hobby, bro. I'm going to be honest. You got a hobby. You got a side hustle. You might take it serious. You might not take it serious. But it's a hobby or a hustle. I need you to stop doing that. What you need to do is treat it like a business. The best way to start positioning it as a business and actually create a LLC, create a media company. Once you start podcasting, your media. One thing that they don't know, just because you're media, you can go anywhere that has, like, let's say a sporting event, comedy show, summit, conference, forum, and you can actually get access to cover those events for free because you're media.
Because you're media.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's number one. Since you're media, let's just make it official. Get an LLC, your autos of a corporation, get a business account, website, phone number.
Yep.
Put your media company officially on Google. Like, structure it properly. Once you structure that properly, you might have to fix your credit, or if your credit's in a good position, leverage your credit and your media business to get access to funding. Once you get access to funding, which is other people's money, the first layer would be no documentation funding. That might be business credit cards. You can get $25,000, $50,000, even up to $100,000 with no documentation, just with a media company. Now you can start. What do you want to do? Maybe I want to have a podcast studio. Maybe I want to have people. Maybe I want to hire a team to help me with my show, right? Maybe I want to, you know what? I'm always interested in businesses. Maybe I can buy a portion of a business that's cash flowing. Now my podcast is cash flowing, right? Using other people's money. So to position yourself to do that, you have to stop operating as a hustle.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're turning a mic, you got to show. If you're not making no money, it's because you don't have no offers and you're not structured properly. At the end of the day, there's these entities. I don't know if y'all know about them. They're called banks. They want to give money away. They want to give it to you, but they won't give it to you if you're not positioned correctly. Correct. It's like going to a black tie event. You can get in if you're in black tie.
Facts.
They want to give you the food.
Yeah.
People are going to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to network, you're going to build, you're going to connect.
Yeah.
But if you're in white tie or no tie, you ain't getting in, bro.
No access.
Right? But the banks want to give you other people's money because they make money off of lending.
Yeah.
They can give you no doc money up to, some of them up to $250,000. Right? So you just go in there with the proper structure, you can get some money. Now, once you have that money, you don't want to spend that money or invest that money into liabilities. You want to invest that money into more money so you can, one, pay that money back and then create cash flow. Once you have cash flow, then you don't have to work at your job so hard.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can turn that full-time into a part-time or a quarter-time and then spend more time building your show because your show is what's bringing you the money.
Yeah.
Now, you actually like doing this. Maybe you want to take this on the road.
Yeah.
Right? So media is a tremendous platform for you to make a lot of money in different ways. I kind of liken it to real estate because in real estate, you can do a deal multiple different ways. So podcast, you can get money, or media, you can get money in multiple different ways. It don't have to be like one way.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Knowledge
For sure. That right there is an eye opener because I think one thing that you're saying is like that the evolution of a podcast should not just be a side hustle. You should be thinking about it as a business, right?
Facts.
Monetization, finding ways to create income, but also opportunities for you to grow and develop, right? A business doesn't start and only stay here. The growth happens when it actually starts to do more and also having more income, more cash flows. And man, that's amazing. Now, you do offer some workshops, trainings, and development. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I got a free workshop every Sunday. Well, actually, it's every Thursday. Sometimes we do it on Sunday, but every Thursday, podcast mastery workshop .com. So this workshop, we're teaching you how to leverage it for exposure and to grow your brand or business at this particular workshop.
Yeah.
Some workshops I do kind of like what I did on stage, how to monetize. But right now, I'm focused on helping people that already have a proven offer, a proven service, sell more by getting more exposure and build their personal brands.
Gotcha.
Because the more people that know you, the more it can flow you.
Facts.
Like we seen that. Like President Trump smashed Kamala. I'm going to be honest. Not necessarily because of the rhetoric. He got a stronger personal brand.
Yeah.
He went on 13 podcasts during the campaign. She went on 6. She grossed at the time of when I did the numbers, a little over 6 million total views. Out of his 13 podcasts, he had 3 alone that did over 6 million.
Wow.
Just off the 3.
Yeah.
Plus the other 7.
Yeah.
So just out of virtue of just, if I don't even know politics, but I seen him and I don't see her, who am I casting my vote with?
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're in real estate, if you're in solar, if you're in insurance, if you sell lemonade, if you know, see if you got a pop socket, if you sell water, you're going to sell more of it. You'll build more know-like trust, and more people know who you are. The other person can have way better water.
Yeah.
You can have high sodium in this water. You can have some soy in the water. This water's going to sell more, even if it's bad for you, because people know more about this water.
Facts.
So it doesn't matter what you have going on. More people need to know who you are, what you do, how they can help you, and then how that product or service can provide value to the marketplace.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Gems. So we are coming close to the end of our conversation. But you are dropping some gems here. Go ahead. You got a question, D?
Anybody want to kind of contact with you? Go ahead. And
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if y'all are tapped in this far, I want to give y'all some gifts. So I got a free course, 100K podcastprogram.com. 100K podcastprogram.com. I will teach you this pod closing strategy, how you can sell, well, not even sell, but how you can share premium affiliates and monetize your podcast without having it for free, essentially.
Yeah.
So I would go there, 100K podcastprogram.com. And then gotta give them the workshop. So coming to the workshop is free every Thursday. Podcast Mastery Workshop.com, right? And then if you want to tap in with me on Instagram, it's at ITS Brendan BRENDAN Boyd BOYD, and you can put that same thing into TikTok, Instagram, and I'm all over the place, especially YouTube.
Roger that. That's what's up. D, cue the music up, kid. Well, I want to say thank you so much, Brendan, for pulling up, letting us know. This is Backstage, it's an insight. But before we even close out, I want to give you a chance to give our audience the last word. Now, think of it as an opportunity for you to give them the last thing that you may have missed on stage, come backstage and be like, oh, I remember this, and/or just last words for our audience tuning in.
Got you. So I know exactly what you're talking about because I've been there. There's nothing else I want to. I left the stage with everything. But what I like to reiterate is just don't quit. You're gonna hit your goals if you don't quit. Most of the time, podcasters don't make money because they quit. You don't have offers and you quit. So if you listen to this, if you're watching this, if you tapped in this far, you're already part of that 1%. Because most people already quit watching this episode. It wasn't even a long episode.
Yeah.
So just don't quit. Implement at least one of the things that I shared. If you want some support, tap into the workshop or hit me on Instagram, right? We can work together. Or you can run these strategies on your own. But just don't quit. If you don't quit, you will eventually get to the finish line or hit your goals. I'm only here because I didn't quit. And sometimes quitting is just the evolution.
Yeah.
Because I started my first business was a basketball league. Then I transitioned to fashion. I was in fashion for 10 years. It was amazing. It's another chapter in my life.
Yeah.
Then I transitioned to real estate. Then I finally transitioned to media. But I didn't quit. It just evolved. Sometimes you need things from different parts of your life that will all come together at a different part of your life. And you're going to use all the things that you learned along the way. Even media might not be my last stop.
Yeah, not the way you pulling up.
100%. And podcasting allowed me to get into speaking.
Yeah.
And teaching and training. Because that's just a transition. So just don't quit. You can go as far as you want. Invest in a coach. Invest into some type of training, some type of course. Don't believe the hype courses and stuff. No. Get a coach. Get a mentor around anything that you want to learn. Don't quit. Don't stop. And if there's anyone negative in your life, get them out of your life.
Push them out.
Out.
That's what's up. Well, I don't know if y'all were listening, but there's this button on the thing you watch, and it's called a rewind button. Press that button and go back.
Yeah. They need to press that subscribe button too.
Press that subscribe button too, for sure. I appreciate the love. But I want to say thank y'all so much for pulling up, Brendan, my guy. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Shout out to Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, we in the house for sure. As always, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us backstage at Black Wealth Summit here at Florida Memorial University. I apologize.
University.
So big shout outs to them. And definitely holla at your boy. It's Bobby D.
Let's go.